Episode 8. The complete story of Jacob. After Isaac blessed Jacob, Esau planned to kill him. Rebekah warned her son, "Flee at once to my brother Laban in Haran, and stay there until your brother's fury subsides." Isaac also blessed Jacob again, and sent him away to Paddan Aram. Jacob left Beersheba, and set out on the long journey. He journeyed through a vast, arid landscape, the sun beating down on him as he walked alone. When the sun set, he stopped at a place, took one of the stones there as a pillow, and lay down to sleep. That night, he dreamed of a ladder resting on the earth with its top reaching to heaven. Angels of God were ascending and descending on it. At the top stood the Lord, represented by a bright light. The Lord said, "I am the Lord, God of your father Abraham and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and your descendants. Your offspring will be like the dust of the earth. Through your offspring, all families of the earth will be blessed. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. And I will bring you back to this land." Jacob woke up in awe and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." He took the stone he had used as a pillow, set it up as a pillar, poured oil on it, and named the place Bethel, meaning house of God. He made a vow. "If God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I am taking, and will give me food to eat and clothes to wear so that I return safely to my father's household, then the Lord will be my God." Jacob continued his journey and arrived in the land of the eastern peoples. There he saw a well in the open country. 3 flocks of sheep lay beside it, and shepherds were gathered, resting in the shade. While he was still speaking with the shepherds, Rachel, Laban's younger daughter, came with her father's sheep. Jacob rolled the heavy stone from the well's mouth and watered Laban's flock. He kissed Rachel, told her he was a relative, the son of Rebekah, and she ran and told her father. Laban welcomed Jacob warmly into his home. Jacob agreed to work 7 years for Rachel because he loved her. The 7 years seemed like only a few days to him because of his deep love for her. But on the wedding night, Laban tricked him and gave him his older daughter Leah instead. The next morning, Jacob confronted Laban, who said, "It is not our custom here to give the younger daughter in marriage before the older one." Jacob then worked another 7 years to marry Rachel, whom he loved more than Leah. God blessed Leah with 4 sons, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Rachel, jealous and barren, gave her maid Bilhah to Jacob, who bore Dan and Naphtali. Leah gave her maid Zilpah, who bore Gad and Asher. The family grew. Leah then bore Issachar, Zebulun, and a daughter Dinah, further expanding Jacob's household. Finally, God opened Rachel's womb, and she gave birth to Joseph, bringing immense joy. God blessed Leah with 4 sons in a row, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Rachel became extremely jealous, remaining barren, while her sister kept having babies. In desperation, Rachel gave her maid Bilhah to Jacob, who bore Dan and Naphtali. Seeing this, Leah gave her maid Zilpah to Jacob, who bore Gad and Asher. Leah then conceived again, giving birth to Esau and a daughter named Dinah. Competition and jealousy grew strong, as both sisters tried to win Jacob's favor through bearing more children. Finally, God remembered Rachel, opening her womb. She gave birth to Joseph, and later, Benjamin, dying in childbirth. After 20 years with Laban, God told Jacob it was time to return to Canaan. Jacob fled secretly with his wives, children, and flocks, while Laban was shearing sheep. Laban pursued him, but God warned Laban in a dream not to harm Jacob. They made a covenant. On the way home, Jacob feared meeting his brother Esau, who had 400 men with him. He sent gifts ahead and prayed earnestly. That night, Jacob wrestled with a mysterious man at the Jabbok River until dawn. The man touched Jacob's hip, dislocated. Jacob refused to let go until blessed man renamed him Israel, saying, "You have struggled with God and humans and have overcome." Jacob named the place, meaning face of God, because he had seen God face to face and lived. Limping, he went to meet Esau. Instead of revenge, Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, kissed him, and they wept. Esau forgave his brother. Jacob settled in Canaan, bought land near Shechem, and built an altar. Later, God appeared to Jacob again at Bethel, renewed the covenant, and confirmed his name. Jacob's 12 sons became the 12 tribes of Israel. In his old age, Jacob moved to Egypt during the famine at Joseph's invitation, living 17 more years there. He blessed Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, crossing his hands to favor the younger first. On his deathbed, he prophesied over his 12 sons. Jacob died at 147 years old. He was buried in the cave of Machpelah with Abraham and Sarah. This is the complete story of Jacob, a man who struggled, deceived, wrestled with God, and was transformed into Israel, the father of the 12 tribes through whom God would bring the Messiah, Jesus Christ, to bless the whole world.